Yeah, here I would like to ask a question that the question is, as a tutor, uh, what are some common mistakes you are observed in English learners?
Okay, so what are the common mistakes that I
Yes,
find in learners?
yes,
Mostly. Okay, so I'm a person who doesn't give much importance to when somebody's in the learning process. I don't give much importance to their vocabulary or their fluency. But first, I try to give them confidence, like you said, without having the feeling if you're making the mistake or if you're saying the correct sentence. The common mistakes that I find in learners are one, they lack confidence a lot. Even
okay,
though they know the language, they don't have the confidence to come and speak because they always have the feeling that they're making mistakes. One is that they're very underconfident. Second one is the fact that before even getting on to have fluency in the language, they directly go to vocabulary, which I feel is very wrong, because only if you have fluency there is point in going to vocabulary, because only if you get the natural flow of words, then only the advanced vocabulary comes in. That's another common mistake. Another thing that I find in most of the learners are filler words, where you keep repeating the words again and again. Words like so, and then, that comes out because they are going out of words. That is another common mistake that I find. And another one is use of past tense. They really get confused. Most of the learners, they really get confused with past tense. But I always tell them that it's the most easiest tense that you can ever learn in the English language. Right. So these are some of the mistakes or common mistakes that I find in learners most of the time.
great. And the first one is confidence, right? So,
Yeah. Underconfident. They become very underconfident.
so how to build confidence while speaking English, and even though we are a learner, so how to
Mhm.
speak confidently?
Yes, okay. So, whenever a new learner comes, I always tell them to speak to strangers. Go on speaking with strangers so that you'll get rid of the hesitation. And one good platform is EnglishYaari. I'll tell you why. You have lot of tutors, lot of professional tutors, tutors who are really good with the language. So if you speak with them confidently, I mean, if you start speaking with them with different tutors, then you'll start developing the confidence automatically because you're talking with different people. You're not going on with the same people every time, same person every time. So, always the first step to build confidence is to speak naturally, even though. So, whenever a learner comes to my session, I always tell them don't have the thought that you're going to make mistake. Even before you start, they'll have the thought that, okay, I'm going to make this mistake. I'm going to make mistake when it comes to past tense. If my tutor asked me this question, I'm going to make mistake here. So I help them to remove that off. And how do I help them? I just ask them to speak naturally. Let there be mistakes, and I tell them only if you make mistakes there'll be the usage of me. If you don't
Yes.
make mistakes, then why am I here for? So I will
Yes.
always tell them, don't even think of that, just go on. I'm not going to stop you anywhere. I'm not going to make you feel like you're losing your flow. Just keep talking. I am noting down the mistakes and I'll help you with that.
Great.
That's like a first step to be confident when you're learning something.
So we have to speak with the strangers, especially.
Yes. Yes.
So then,
Keep speaking and also have conversations with yourself. Look,
okay.
communication needn't be with another person. Look, it is a rule to have communication with one another, but it's always good to have communication with yourself. And that's where
Yes,
the mirror method comes. When you look onto the mirror, you talk with yourself, you get to understand your flaws by yourself, your facial expressions, the way you speak, the way you use your gestures, everything comes into contact.
yes,
So, always, if you go with the mirror method, it's going to help you in a lot of ways. But don't only stick on to that. Like I said, talk with a lot of people.
yes.
Yes.
Great. And the second thing you said that using filler words.
Mm.
Yeah. So how to overcome that? So how to?
Yes, that's a very good question. I always tell this to my learners also. So when you're making filler words, you're making filler words because you're going out of words, one. And
Yes.
second, you're rushing. You don't give pauses, you just want to finish off that sentence. That's the second part where you bring out filler words. So what can you do for that? Take it slow. Don't rush. You're not going to finish a running race. You're just trying to communicate with somebody, right? So always begin by going slow. Most of the learners have a very fast paced way of speaking. Instead of that, go slow. Nobody's having a competition with you. Nobody's trying to make you feel bad, or you're not going to win over a competition. Always start slow, give pause after each sentence. Make sure, think before you speak. That's the first step. Always think before you speak. Go slow. It's a process. I always tell this. It's a process. It's going to take some time, so you should also be patient along with that. So that's another way to remove the filler words. Another way is to bring out new words. Like for example, if you're explaining something and there are lot of, instead of bringing up the sentence together, you keep on using and, but instead you can, if you're making a pointer, then you can say firstly, secondly, thirdly. Then when you come to the last point, you can say lastly. But otherwise, if you're just going on like sentences, you can say furthermore, eventually, moreover. Try to use such words. So using and is not bad, but try to limit the usage of and.
Yes.
That's the whole point. Yes.
So we have to use, while we are speaking, suddenly and
Mm,
eventually.
yes,
So instead of using and, so we should use these words. Yes.
exactly. Exactly.
And you mentioned that, we have to speak slowly, in
Mm,
initial stage. But when we
yes.
when we speak slowly,
Mm,
we think that, opponents may think, we don't know anything, so
mhm.
they may judge like that. So learners may think in that way, right? So
There are very high possibilities that learners can think like that. But when you are learning something, say for example, mathematics, do you directly jump to trigonometry and algebra, or, geometry, shapes, and all that? How do you start? You
no,
start with addition, subtraction. Hello?
no, we should,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
we start
always
with
start from the
basics.
basics.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the same with English language also. You should understand that, treat this as every other thing that you learn. You always start with a basic part and then move on to the larger part. So English is also like that, you should start in a slow paced way so that the other person will also understand what you're trying to say and then move forward. I started that way. I started speaking very slow at an initial stage. But then eventually, when I started getting a grip, or when I started getting that fluency out of myself, I started increasing my pace.
Yes.
That's how it works. Yes.
So especially we should not think about others while we are learning. So how they may judge like that. So right.
Yes, yes, you should go slow in the initial stage, but don't take that as a
Yes.
habit. That's another thing. If you start slow, then people will start taking
Yeah.
that as a habit. When you are cycling for the first time, okay, you first have four-wheelers, then slowly you start moving on to two-wheelers,
True.
right? And then you go on to a larger bike. The same way, take it slow, move it like, like you are learning how to ride a bicycle, and then move
Yes.
on, increase rapidly or gradually, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And one more thing, you mentioned that, past tense. Many
Hmm.
learners are doing mistakes in past tense.
Hmm.
So how to overcome that? How to stop doing mistakes while using past tense?
Past tense, yes. So simple tense is a tense that we use on a regular basis, be it
Yes.
present tense, past tense, or future tense. But mostly we depend more on past tense and present tense when we are speaking. I wouldn't say it's rare that we use continuous tense, but compared to present tense and simple past tense, we use minimum amount of continuous tense. So the fear of past tense comes because you're not able to get the correct tense, that is the correct v2 form
Yes.
when we speak. So first you need to get a hold of that. These are the words, because some people get very confused. Say for example, fly is the base form, okay,
Yes.
flew is the next form, and
We too.
flown is the third form,
Yes.
okay. But then people have a confusion. fly, since most of the V2 forms are ed ending words, they
Yes.
have a tendency to make it as fluid or flied.
Slide. Yes.
Right, but that's different. So that's what. First, you need to understand, get a grip of how the things work, and then slowly start inculcating. But we don't use all these in our daily life situations.
Yes.
Whenever somebody, look, that's what I tell you, have a grip of the question first. If somebody is asking you, what did you do today? So, what did you do all day?
I just went outside to do my personal work, and after that work, I just come back home, and then I learned 4 words before the session and their
Okay,
meanings, and I framed a sentence with each word. Yeah.
great. Would you like to share those words?
Yes.
Yes.
Shall I start?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. The first word is reluctant.
Reluctant. Yes.
Yeah.
What is the meaning?
Unwilling or unwilling,
Okay.
not wanting
Yes.
to do something.
To do something. Yes. Okay. And what's the sentence
Yes.
that you've created from it?
I was reluctant to go to school on Monday morning.
Great. Very nice. Yes. Very relatable sentence.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And what's
And
the next word?
second word is solace.
Solace. Mm-hmm. What's the
Yeah,
meaning of the
solace.
word?
Comfort or relief in a time of sadness or
Mm-hmm.
trouble.
Okay.
Yeah. It can also mean to give comfort to someone.
Yes. Very true. And what's the sentence that you've created?
Yeah, the sentence is after after a long time, after, after a long stressful day, she found solace in listening to soft music.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
And what's the
Just
next word?
serene.
Serene.
Yeah, serene.
Yes.
Calm, peaceful, free
Mhm.
from stress.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah. And the sentence is the lake was so serene in the morning with no waves at all.
With no waves at all.
Yeah,
Okay.
the lake was so
Great.
serene in the morning with no waves at all.
Great. Great. Very good. Very good. Yes. So are you
And
doing this on a daily basis? That you create words, I mean, you find out words and create sentences?
no, no, not daily basis. Just whenever I have the sessions on that day only.
Okay. Okay. So you don't take sessions on a regular basis?
Yes, I take 2 sessions per a week.
Per week. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Great. Great. Very good. Very good. And how is your YouTube channel going?
Yeah, the channel is going well, and yeah, everything is fine and looking good, and
Looking good.
getting good views from
Mm-hmm.
learners.
I've
Yeah,
I've been
and
hearing that from my learners also, that they saw
hmm.
my video on YouTube from English Bowl. That's why we joined your session. So you're actually promoting me, is it? I'm
No,
getting a
no.
lot of learners because of your videos.
Yes, your unique way promotes you, right?
Is
The way
it?
how, yes, absolutely, and the way of your teaching skills and the teaching style is very unique. So
Thank
that's
you
why
so much.
learners,
Thank you so much.
they want to join your session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of them have told me about, watching your videos on English Bowl with Naveen. So I was very curious, and recently only I saw my video. I didn't know that you were posting videos. So
Okay.
recently, when I started getting a lot of reviews from the learners, only I realized, okay, so he's uploading videos, and he was like, okay, that's how learners are coming. So you're basically promoting me to get more learners.
How do you feel when a learner comes from, they watched your video on English Bowl, and so how do you feel?
In the beginning, I was really surprised because I was not a person who came to know that, who knew you were posting videos or somebody. I think a lot of learners are doing that, when they come to English Yari. So at first I was surprised for a second. I didn't know my video was there. So that surprise moment was there for me. I was really flabbergasted at that time. But then eventually when I started getting a lot of reviews, I felt like, okay, somebody's doing something. And I'm also, learners are looking at it, learners are getting, if they are learning something from it, then I'm truly happy for that. That's the thing about it. You're on mute.
You just used a word flabbergasted something just before.
Flabbergasted.
Okay.
You want
Can
me
you
to
write
write
it
the
on chat
spelling
box?
of the word?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure, sure, sure. Have you heard of the word flabbergasted?
Flabbergasted. No, I haven't heard, and
Yes. You
this is the
haven't
first
heard.
time. Yeah.
Flabbergasted
Yes,
basically
I haven't heard.
means surprised. It means surprised
Surprise.
or shocked.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you got a new
Great.
word in my class today, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Flabbergasted.
Okay.
Great. And yeah,
Yes.
and
Great.
one more
Yes.
word is vivid.
Vivid.
Vivid. Yeah.
Yes. Which means?
Something very clear, bright, and
Yes.
full of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is the
It
meaning
can
of vivid
describe.
very clear?
Yes, something very clear, bright. It can describe
Mm-hmm.
colors,
Okay.
detailed memories.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the sentence that you formed for vivid?
I still have vivid memories of my first day at college.
I still have. Okay. Okay. So that means that you're having a clear picture of how you were at the first day of your college.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Any other word that you're familiar? I mean, you've learned?
Yeah. These are for the day.
These are okay.
These
So you
yes,
learned.
these words.
You have four words with you today.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Great. Other than that, what are the other ways that you're doing to improve your language other than learning words?
Uh, I'm having conversations with tutors, and
Okay.
whenever I have free time, I'm just watching English related content on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
listening to
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
podcasts.
Great.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Yes. So, Naveen, I have a question for you. Will you be able to answer that for me?
That's it. Sure, I will.
I think there's a lag. I'm not able to hear what you're saying.
Yes, I think there was a glitch in network. Is it
Yeah,
okay now?
exactly. Yes, yes, yes. You are audible now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the question that I want to ask you is, have you had any situation while doing your conversational videos? Have you had any situation where you felt like, oh my God, this is really good. I also want to become somebody like this. Have you had any situation like that where you have looked up to a person to be like that person?
Mm, yes, uh, there are many tutors. I
Mm-hmm.
admire them really.
Okay.
Uh, Titus sir and Shruti ma'am and
Mm-hmm.
uh, Reshma ma'am. You.
Okay.
Yeah, I learn.
Okay. So what are
Yeah.
the good what are the qualities that you've seen in that tutors that you felt you also want to inculcate those or get habituated to those kind of personalities or qualities that you saw in those tutors?
Mm, the first thing is fluency. and I wanted to
Yes.
speak like
Okay.
how the tutor is speaking like the fluency, and the second thing is, sorry, there is a problem. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, is it okay? Is
Yes.
my voice audible?
Fluency is one. Yes.
Yeah, fluency,
Yes.
and the second one, the way how
Mm-hmm.
they use vocabulary, and they
Okay.
use the lots
Mm-hmm.
of vocabulary and advanced vocab. So I would like to use in
Okay.
my conversation. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and one more
Okay. So
thing,
that's what you
and
admire.
yes, and one more thing, and their uplifting words with the
Mm-hmm.
new learners. So this is the way to
Okay.
learn, and you don't feel low. And if you try, and if you try hard, and you can get the fluency. And if you love, especially if you love practicing, and you can easily achieve what you want. So those
Okay.
uplifting words, especially,
That
they mean,
motivates you, right?
yes, they mean a lot.
Okay. 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 So what and all have you inculcated from those? What and all have you taken in from the tutors that you've had conversations with?
Um, Smile while speaking,
Yes. Okay.
and second one, what we call looking at the
Eye
eyes
contact.
of eye contact. Yes, eye contact,
Yes.
eye
Yes.
contact, and
Mm-hmm.
and the third one, we have to listen properly, especially what the tutor is speaking. Yeah, listening.
Not only
Yes,
be a good communicator, but also be a good listener.
yeah. If you want to be a good communicator, and first of all, you need to be a good listener.
Good listener. Yes.
Yes.
Very true. Very true. Very true on that.